Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my show. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episode. Happy listening. Hi, and welcome back to my show. So there's more drama since the last security guard and maintenance episode. Okay, so we had Thomas, the security guard, and then we had we can just name him Billy. Now that's the maintenance man one. Okay, I did not think I needed to label the maintenance people at my work because I did not think that there would be so much drama happening. Okay. So we have the security guard over here. We have knockers and maintenance man Billy one over here. Now we have maintenance man two. Okay. Maintenance man number two. So to set a little backstory about him, right now he's probably like 35. So we're talking about within the last 10 years. So somewhere in his life, he went online and he met somebody from my work who I don't know, he was like from some farm country, Indiana, Ohio, Kansas, I don't know, somewhere out there somewhere. And sorry. And so he started to become involved with a girl at my work. I don't know who she is. She was in one of the other buildings, but I guess it started to get serious and he had nothing going on. And so he moved from wherever he was to the northeast. Okay. They got married, they had a kid. Um, he would always be so proud of his child. He would always be like, "Oh, look, she's standing now." And then he'd show everybody, and I'd be like, "All right, I guess I gotta look. I'd rather see pictures of your pet." But anyway, or he'd be like, "Oh, she's walking now." I mean, he just seemed like a really nice, normal guy. Okay. So fast forward a few years, and he meets somebody else at my work, but he's still married, maintenance man number two. Somewhere in there, he separates from his wife. I don't know if it was a done deal, like, okay, we're not divorced, but we're separated and this is never going back to the way it was. Or while we were separated, you started dating somebody else from work and got her pregnant. So, he got divorced from girl number one, had a kid. Then he knocked up somebody and had a kid from girl number two. Okay. Before all this happened, um, everybody liked him. So things go on. Um, I would see him with girl number two, like fighting. I'm like, why would you think that this was going to work? Anyway, that's an episode for a video for a whole another episode. So, okay, so now we have the security guard and we have maintenance guy number one, maintenance guy number two. Now, we're out of maintenance people. So my work is operating at a 50% deficit of employees. Okay. And we are getting triple the amount of work because of COVID related things. So, like everything that happened during COVID, everything kind of stood still. So now everything at my company has to be dealt with. It's just such a mess. Okay. So we have 50% less workers. Okay. And we have like 50% more work than we would normally before COVID. So they let maintenance man number one go. And I come into work one day and my coworkers are like, "Did you hear?" And I'm like, "No. Well, what could have happened since last night?" Okay. They're like maintenance man number 2 got let go because he was accused of sexual harassment by a new employee. Meaning, like, this lady, she didn't even know about his tawdry past. Okay. I don't really know what is going on, but I do have to back. So before the security guard, before the maintenance 1 and maintenance 2 men, okay, we have the head of our company. Okay. He doesn't own the company, and there's a lot of details I don't know. But one of the coworkers has like over a year worth of documentation over real sexual harassment. Okay. But because he's so connected, they're not firing him and they're not suspending him. Really know what's going on. I will relay more information about that when it happens. But all I know is that they didn't transfer her, um, and they didn't like discipline him. So I really don't know what happened. But I do know the head of HR retired due to this because she was complicit in it. And what I mean by that is that she knew about it and she did not take appropriate steps because evidently she must be connected the way he is. So, and the head of my HR was a lawyer. So she's like, if she's scrutinized, which she still can, she could still be brought to court over all of this. And I'm sure there's proof showing that she knew about this. And what did you do? Oh, you just simply retired. So to back up a little bit, so this, I'm calling him Luigi. He doesn't look like a Luigi at all, but I thought that that would be pretty appropriate. Before all of this stuff with the maintenance and security people, there was a lawsuit against Luigi. Okay. And there's all the, so the lady who was being like truly harassed, went to a lawyer and said, "What do I do? What do I do?" And she goes, "This is what you need to do to document it. And this is what you have, in order to build a case, um, you need to document it." I don't know why it went on for over a year and not something not be done. Again, I'm always the last to know, and a lot of people um in the company aren't sure about what happened, but what I believe happened is that they won't get rid of Luigi because he's connected in some way. And so now they're making examples of other men. Okay. Um, because, okay, think about it. If I want to protect Luigi, one of the strategies to do is say we take sexual harassment very seriously. In fact, we fired 3 guys over it. So we're not above dismissing our own people if this was really going on. I think that they're trying to protect their owners. I think they're trying to protect him. But once everything falls down, they're ultimately going to be asked, why did you allow this to happen? Why did you allow this to continue to happen, I should say? So right now, so when he goes down, we can simply say, "Well, we have no idea. We are so against this. That's why we had disciplinary actions on these 3 guys. And if we knew about Luigi, we would have gotten rid of him." Okay. So they really made more of an issue with the security. He wasn't fired for sexual harassment. He would have eventually been. But they were definitely making an example of the 2 maintenance men because I think they're trying to somehow justify their case or to say, see, we do address it when it happens. The first maintenance guy, that was a consensual situation in which it went sideways because he didn't realize what he was dealing with. Okay. The second one, I think they just had a bad taste about the decisions he made with his wife and then the next floozy. So I think he had a mark on him. after the whole, you know, two women thing. Um, so knockers. Okay, so just to recap about knockers. Before we found out about maintenance guy number one with knockers, she had a reputation. She had a reputation. That's why when this went down, nobody was surprised. I mean, we were surprised that it was like so blatant. So knockers and the maintenance man one would be on break. They were doing it in closets at work. It was just really, really bizarre, the behavior, you know? And then my supervisor and the security guard Casanova, again, was meeting him on the premise for lunch, coming back with her clothes all disheveled. Um, and the security guard Casanova was also with knockers. And then there was another person, another HR person. So the HR person I mentioned in the other video wasn't the lawyer that retired. It was like another HR person. And she was having some kind of affair with the security guard. And then so the another thing I heard was, so because the security guard is on steroids, his big thing is, oh, my son runs a gym. Come to the gym. I can give you free lessons and obviously touch you and under the guise that I'm trying to help you. So somebody that I didn't even know. I've been at my company for it's going to be like 13 years, and I have no idea who this lady is that I'm about to talk about. Um, let's just call her Jenny because I don't even know what her name is. So Jenny agrees, like fool, but anyway, she agrees. Now she kind of knows about his reputation, but she agrees to go to the gym, and he starts pulling his moves. And so she was overheard telling a coworker, I can't be doing that because my boyfriend's in a gang. And if he finds out, he's going to kill both of us, something along those lines. And I'm like, what is going on around here? Why is everybody insane? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. So that's the latest of what's been going on. I can't even tell you. Now, my boss is pretty preoccupied because she's texting and talking to Casanova security guard, and I hear her like giggling in her office, and I just look at my coworkers and I shake my head. I'm like, I am so happy that she's preoccupied rather than being a bitch. And